שמיים בלי ציפור זרים ומבוצרים, בלילה הסהור מול חלונך עומדת עיר תבולה בבכי הצירצרים, וביראותך כי דרך עוד סופה אל הלך, והירח על כידון הברוש. אתה אומר אלי, העוד ישנם כל אלה, העוד מותר בלחש בשלומם לדרוש. מאגמיהם המים ניבטים אלינו, שוקט העץ באודם הגילים, לעד לא תעקר ממני אלוהינו, תוגת צעצועיך הגדולים.
Shalom and welcome to everybody into our sanctuary this evening. We all join together in lighting our candles, so please do join with me. If you like to stand, then please stand, and if not, just be comfortable this evening. So many of you have said about various different ailments, whether they be physical or psychological this week, and this evening we just invite you to relax. Relax and let things just leave you in whatever way you can put behind this week. And now just melt into this Shabbat with some beautiful music, with some beautiful poetry on a week where we celebrated the planet, the earth around us, and also with some special light to sanctify the day. We say together,
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Shabbat shalom to you all, and if you were standing, please feel free to sit.
Hine ma tov
sweet it is.
How sweet it is
To be together on this day.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד.
How good it is.
How good it
How
is,
sweet it is.
how sweet it is to be together on this day.
How good it is.
How good it is,
How sweet it is.
how sweet it is to be together on this day. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים שבת אחים גם יחד.
שבת אחים גם יחד.
So we invite the angels of Shabbat into our midst.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachorni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Say to him L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mihi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
From the ministering angels, we take ourselves up to Jerusalem and perhaps to Tzfat as well, a town of mystics, a town where beautiful love poetry was written and where beautiful poetry about a Shabbat bride dancing into town was written. And this week we think of Israel, or in our congregation, having heard and seen Rabbi Leah speaking on Israel TV, standing up for what we believe are progressive Jewish values for the state of Israel. How proud we are. It feels like we have a Shabbat bride in our midst here. Maybe I put a bit of a backup on it and that would help very much, so wouldn't it? And then we will go up, literally, to Jerusalem.
Shabbat Kabbalat Shamor v'zachor v'tibor echad Ishmi'anu el ha'miuchad Adonai echad u'shumor echad v'shemu tiferet v'li tila v'echad dodi krakala, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, v'kavela, lehadodi likrakala, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, v'kavela, itorari, itorari, kiba orek umi ori, 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 shidaberi, kevod Adonai alayk migla, lehadodi likrakala, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, v'kavela, lehadodi likrakala, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, v'kavela. Boi b'shalom, ateret bala, gam b'simcha, u'sochola, tochen u'ne'am segula, boi hala, lehadodi likrakala, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, v'kavela, lehadodi likrakala, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat, v'kavela.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשם העליון, ולזמר לשם העליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך, באמונתך בלילות. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני. Please rise.
Baruch hu et Adonai ha-mevorach.
Baruch Adonai ha-mevorach le'olam va'ed.
Praise be the one to whom our praise is due.
We praise the Eternal One, to whom our praise is due forever. Please be seated.
Today for us is a new day on earth. Let us live it in awe and wonder. How everything works. Should the trees cease to grow? Should the sun cease to glow? Should our hearts cease to beat? We thank you again and again that our world is complete. I can think, I can breathe, I can hope, I can sneeze, I can laugh, I can cry, I can pray for the wonder each day, for the strength come what may, for the power to say, blessed are you, God, who has formed humanity with wisdom and commanded us to be stewards of the earth.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amacha ata, Amacha. אותנו לימדת, אותנו לימדת. הקהל אדוני אלוהינו בשופנו, ומנו נשיא בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ויורד ימינו, ובהם נגע יומם ולילה, נגע יומם ולילה. יחבתך אל תעשו, ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל.
Please rise.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod, Shem Kavod Mahuto Leolam, Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod, Shem Kavod Mahuto Leolam, Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, כי אתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
be seated.
The garden grew lush and beautiful, immune to seasons, every bush bearing fruit, every plant ablaze with color, every tree heavy with apples, plums, and pears. And all we had to do was care for it. Not much to ask, really, but to care for it without knowledge, without knowing the whole span of it, was too much for us to bear. So we grasped it for ourselves. We ate the fruit, all of it, leaving nothing, and we knew. Now, night after night, among the concrete and the tin-foil food packets, and along narrow alleys between tall buildings, we search ceaselessly and never find it.
Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? They're all I ever had. Redemption song, these songs of freedom. Redemption song, these songs of freedom.
אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Ashkivenu Adonai, B'chelonenu l'shalom, B'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, B'hamidenu malkeinu
ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל יושבי תבל. Please rise.
Adonai,
Shabbatatita Ufiaki Tehilateha Adonai Shabbatatita Ufiaki Tehilateha.
We praise you, eternal one, our God, and God of our ancestors, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, of Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah. Great and mighty, awesome and exalted God, you deal kindly with us and embrace us all. You remember the faithfulness of our ancestors, and in love bring redemption to their children's children, for the sake of your name. You are our sovereign and helper, our Redeemer and shield. We praise you, O God, shield of Abraham and protector of Sarah.
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מזריח השמש ומוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי המתים. קדוש אתה ונורא שמך, ואין לנו אלוה מבלעדיך. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. Please be seated.
שמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל. אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת שבת וינפש, שבת שבת וינפש, שבת שבת וינפש, שבת שבת וינפש.
O God and God of our ancestors, may our rest on this day be pleasing in your sight. In your gracious love, eternal one, let the holiness of your Sabbath enter our hearts, and may all Israel who hallow your name be exalted by its peace. We praise you, eternal one, for the holiness of the Sabbath.
Eternal God, be gracious to your people Israel, and in your love accept their prayers. May our worship now and always be acceptable in your sight. We praise you, O God, whom alone we worship in reverence. Modim anachnu lach,
שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו לעולם ועד. צור חיינו, מגן אישנו, אתה הוא לדור ודור. נודה לך ונספר תהילתך, על חיינו המסורים בידיך, ועל נשמותינו הפקודות לך, ועל ניסיך שבכל יום עמנו, ועל נפלותיך וטובותיך, שבכל עת ערב ובוקר וצהריים. ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך ולך נאה להודות.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Nasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Nasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Nasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Nasim leolam. L'tov einecha levarech et amcha Yisrael, b'chol עת ובכל שעה, בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Nasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Nasim leolam. Nasim leolam. Nasim leolam.
Baruch atah Adonai, Osei Hashalom.
We'll take some time for silent prayer.
Say shalom bimroma, huya say shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol bnei Adam. Oh, say shalom bimroma, huya say shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol bnei Adam.
I think we've got a bit muddled with our Omer counting, so maybe somebody in the chat needs to make sure that we've got the right number of days of counting the Omer. I know Charlie is watching, so Charlie can post to make sure that we've got the right number of days of the Omer, because I just realized that I didn't correct it from last week, I think. Which also, of course, reveals that I did not count the Omer every day of so far. I think Rabbi Aaron already clunked out in week 1 of the counting of the Omer.
Frankly, I never got started, but some of our Exploring Judaism groups certainly are counting it. So in their honour, we say and recite together the bracha.
Absolutely. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. And thank you, Charlie. Today is the 27th day of the Omer, marking 3 weeks and 6 days of the Omer.
And for those of you who have been in touch with the earth this week, and hopefully you've enjoyed the beautiful poetry that we've added into this service, we've also had the beauty, if you like it, of seeing the moon often during the day as well as the night. But I know there are some of you who do plant by the moon and follow the turning, literally, of the tides and of the cycles of the moon, feeling in touch with the earth, feeling in touch with the many swings that go through this planet. And just an image for you from this morning of two rabbis on their hands and knees going through the earth, and looking down I have the evidence to show for it. Because, quite honestly, if it wasn't for my dad, I don't think I'd ever have really got my potatoes in the ground, and certainly not the onions and the garlics as well. And so two rabbis, a father and son, just working the earth together, trying to bring something forth out of it. In such a dry time, bringing water to it, giving it a little bit of feed as well. Just enjoying the company, the solitude, the peace that comes from being at one with the earth. Today we were Adam and Adamah, humanity and the earth coming together. I hope that you've had many experiences like that this week. And if you haven't quite yet, and even if you don't have a garden or an allotment or you're not growing stuff, I'm sure you probably do have a house plant. So maybe talk to it a little bit and wish it Shabbat Shalom. We now move on to our concluding prayers, so please do rise as we say together. Aleinu l'shabech la'adon hakol, la'tet gedula liyotzeh bereshit, asher sam chelkenu liyached et shemo, v'goralenu lahamlich malchuto.
On this day, let us dedicate ourselves anew to the task that our ancestors tried in all their higher moments to fulfill, to bring nearer a time when all your children will understand that they are brothers and sisters, so that one in spirit and fellowship they may be forever united before you. Then shall your sovereignty be established on earth, and the word of your prophet shall be fulfilled.
Adonai, Melech Adonai, Malach Adonai, Yimloch le'olam va'ed.
We remember those who died in recent days, and those who died at this time of the year in years gone by. And on our yahrzeit list today, we recall the names of Maurice Finkel, the father of Valerie Crash, and of Tony Leaf, father of Alison and Caroline, and brother of Wally and Sue.
We see in the chat that Fred is with us, thinking very much of Ivy, of course, and I'm sure Josh at home is also thinking of Ivy, as am I, as we say, Zecher Tzadikim Livracha. May all that was dear and good in their lives endure always as a blessing and as a continual influence for good.
Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chai echon v'yom echon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, b'gala v'zman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitada v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'richu. Ve'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. D'amiran ba'alma v'imru. Amen.
Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
V'imru. Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol b'nei Adam. V'imru. Amen.
Please be seated.
And thank you, Rabbi Howard Berman, for for reassuring me that Miss Lily and Rabbi Matuk also did not count the Omer. Yes, I think Rabbi Andrea did remark, what's this business that we're suddenly counting the Omer?
And Howard, please do put the name and link to the community that is starting off. It's a Shehechianu moment this evening, a classical reform congregation, virtual for now, but one day hopefully gathering together, led by Rabbi Howard Berman. The service will be, I think it was at 7 o'clock tonight, but you'll tell us all in the chat. But that's, of course, midnight, our time. So, but if you can't sleep, then perhaps you might like to join Rabbi Howard and his community this evening. For those of you who are celebrating an Earth Day or something like that as well, you might like to check out The Cycling Rabbi. You'll probably hit on me, I think, on Instagram, and seeing me a photo early on, I think it was Thursday morning, in my welly boots and my T-shirt, which has a beautiful photo, a picture of the Earth.
I think he's just plugging his Instagram because I have more followers, despite the fact that I'm totally useless.
The funny thing is I don't even know how to use it. But it has on it beautifully, "Love Your Mother." My father has often complained when we sing this song as part of the Amidah, saying, "What on earth is it doing here?" Perhaps it might work better at this moment in time, celebrating and concluding our service on a week which celebrated the earth, the Adamah.
Sweet mother, I'm coming home.
Sweet mother, I'm coming home.
Now I know I'm not alone.
Now I know I'm not alone.
'Cause I've been far.
I've been far.
But now I'm close.
But now I'm close.
Sweet mother, I'm coming home.
Sweet mother, I'm coming home.
Tell me, mother, can you hear me sing?
Tell me, mother, can you hear me sing?
Your love is everything.
Your love is everything.
Heart and soul.
Heart and soul.
Breath and skin.
Breath and skin.
Your love is everything.
Your love is everything.
Oh, mother, please hold me tight.
Oh, mother, please hold me tight.
Mother, I need some help tonight.
'Cause mother, I need some help tonight.
What went wrong?
What went wrong
Will soon be right.
will soon be right.
Oh, mother, please hold me tight.
Oh, mother, please hold me tight.
Tell me, mother, can you hear me sing?
Tell me, mother, can you hear me sing?
Your love is everything.
Your love is everything.
Heart and soul.
Heart and soul.
Breath and skin.
Breath and skin.
Your love is everything.
Your love is everything.
Oh, mother, this world is strange.
Oh, mother, this world is strange.
Hug me, mother, and make me brave.
Love me, mother, and make me brave.
For in my dreams,
For in my dreams,
or on this day,
or on this day,
oh, mother, this world is strange.
oh, mother, this world is strange.
Tell me, mother, can you hear me sing?
Tell me, mother, can you hear me sing?
Your love is everything.
Your love is everything.
Heart and soul.
Heart and soul.
Breath and skin.
Breath and skin.
Your love is everything.
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 Your love is
everything.
Through this service, we hope that you have felt the love of each one of us present, and thinking of all of those in our hearts and our minds that we would like to be sat and sharing this service with, please join us at Kiddush now on Zoom. Come and enjoy it together and share the love of this Shabbat evening. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
גם למראה נושן יש רגע של הולדת, שמיים בלי ציפור זרים ומבוצרים, בלילה הסהור מול חלונך עומדת, עיר תבולה בבכי הציוצרים, ובירות